Hello, I hope you can see my screen. Okay, okay. Yeah, all welcome to this presentation on Amazon CloudWatch logs. In this session, we'll explore this service, how it provides a centralized login, CloudWatch monitoring and analysis. So we are exploring how Amazon CloudWatch logs provides centralized login, monitoring and analysis. So we'll be learning how to define CloudWatch logs and their integration into the AWS ecosystem, identify the core components, which are the log events, streams, and the log groups. Also, master manual and automated log infrastructure management. Explore advanced analysis using CloudWatch logs insights. Configure operational triggers via metric filters and retention. So, CloudWatch logs is a fully managed service that we use to store, collect CloudWatch logs from AWS resources, applications, and on-premise systems. So what it does, it helps to provide centralized logging, monitoring, and analysis of log data that are from either as our EC2, Lambda applications, as far as the application is running in the cloud. So the AWS Amazon CloudWatch logs helps to provide all those three services. As I mentioned, centralized login, monitoring, analysis. So, and it's also scalable. It can collect millions of data from different sources. Others, any of the sources that is running in the cloud, it can collect millions of data from it. It can also adjust itself on the number of data that it collects. You don't need manual intervention, or you don't need a human intervention increasing the size of the capacity of the log. So it does it automatically. The purpose and the key benefits. So the purpose, centralized login. So it collects and stores the CloudWatch log data from our application and on-premise systems, so that it will make it easier to manage and accessible. Then the visibility, it provides a powerful log analysis. It creates, it uses CloudWatch log insight that helps to provide the search query and the analysis of log data that will help us in troubleshooting and detect patterns and also gain operational insights. So with this CloudWatch log insights, be able to give us visibility of how the data is being generated from the AWS resources or applications, or even on our on-premise systems. Then security, it has a feature called the retention policy and the encryption feature that can help to keep data for a particular period of time. So with retention policy, can be able to assign a particular duration on how the CloudWatch log can store the data for a period of time. You can store it for 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, depending. You can even put it on do not expire, so that you can store it, so to meet compliance. And also encryption, you have a server-side encryption policy that you can manage the encryption key. So this helps for security and compliance. The key components, we have 3 key components of CloudWatch log. We have the CloudWatch log event. So log event is the record of the activity that is activity that is performed by the resources. So all those activities that is containing it contains the timestamp, it contains the message describing describing the event. So that's what we say in the log event. Then the log stream is the sequence of log events. Log stream is the sequence of log events that is being that collects all the log events together from a single AWS resources or applications. So it collects all the events that's being generated by AWS resource applications or even our on-premise system. Then the log group is just a collection of log streams. A collection of log streams that is being generated, all those log streams that are being generated by multiple sources. Collects it and put it in a single source. So the log group collects group of log streams. Log streams can be from different applications, from different resources, and it keeps them. That is a centralized log. It keeps it in a single dashboard, so that we can be able to access and manage the data. So next is hierarchy. So we can also liken hierarchy as a file cabinet. So this is for organization of these key components of the log, CloudWatch log. So we liken hierarchy as the file cabinet, while the log group is the cabinet. So the log group is the cabinet, the log stream is the folder that collects the individual document. The individual document is likened as the log event. So you can see the hierarchy from log group, which is the cabinet. The log stream is the folder. So inside the folder, you have the log event. That is the activities, where the activities or the individual activities of the AWS resources are being stored. So next, management and the creation. We can CloudWatch log can be automatically created using AWS Lambda. It can also be created by CloudWatch agent, like installing it on EC2 API CLI. Also, you can track your CloudWatch log to organize it and also to optimize costs using tagging that is on the CloudWatch log. So next is monitoring and insights. So this monitoring is being done with CloudWatch log insights. So it's a fully managed service that helps to query. You have to search, query, and analyze log data so that it will help us for troubleshooting, detect patterns, and also help for give us organizational insights. So this is what CloudWatch log insight do to help to query and also to create a metric. Retention and metric filters. So this retention is a feature of the retention policy, is a feature of CloudWatch log that help us to assign, give a policy or the settings depending on how long we want the CloudWatch log to store the data. So it can vary from day 1, day 2 to years. You can also make it to be never expire. So this is done to help us to optimize costs and also for compliance. Most of the banking industry, some institutions, there's a guideline on how data are being stored. for archiving. You can use it to archive data for a particular duration of time. So this is what retention policy does. The metric filter is what we use to create a filter of the log data so that you can be able to monitor it. The CloudWatch alarm, we want to monitor it, and you can also integrate SNS, simple notification service, to this metric, so that you can send a signal or alert an administrator. So whenever there is unusual or any issue. Then real world use cases. So we use it in troubleshooting. We also use it in compliance and monitoring. So with the help of the metric, the log event can be able to know the time and the message. We also describe what the activity is talking about. So it helps to give us a real-time metric of the event. So also compliance helps us to check security of an account. Any activity that has been done in the account, it collects the log of all the activities for security. And with the message, you can be able to understand what and which of the account what they did on the account, can be able to trace it. So next is summary way. So in conclusion, CloudWatch log provides the foundational visibility required to operate reliable, secure, and performant operations on AWS. So by centralizing log data and leveraging automated filters, you can move from reactive troubleshooting to proactive operational excellence. So here you don't need to wait until there is a crash on your system, on your server, before you can be able to take a reaction or to fix it. So it gives us alerts on real time before maybe 5 minutes. You can set it 5 minutes, 10 minutes before maybe, for example, you want to set your CPU that once it reaches 80%, once the CPU exhaustion, once you use it up to, or the memory of your server, once it reaches to 80%, within 5 minutes, that it should send you a notification. So by integrating SNS, simple notification service, can be able to send you an alert to your mail. Okay, see. So this helps administrators to be able to be reactive. So thank you. We're going to before our question, I want to know if there's any question. If I ask, I don't know if I have any question on what to upload. Hello, can you hear me? Okay, please, any question? Yeah, good morning. Okay. 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 CloudWatch is to give us a log. It gives us log of resources, application that is running, while Tray monitors the account. So CloudTray is used to perform governance. Use it for governance your account. Which of the users of your account use it to monitor them. It can tell you which of the activities. Maybe you have a server and you have users under the server. You can be able to know which activity. Maybe there's a breakdown of the server. You can trace which of the account that caused, maybe someone that did it or someone that breached data. Within CloudTray, you can be able to trace which of the user, all the activities in the account. I answered your question. Yeah, you're welcome. So any other question? So if there's no question, I have to ask now. From what we've learned, what is the primary difference between a log group and a log stream in terms of administrative configuration? Can someone answer the question? What is the primary difference between a log group and a log stream in terms of administrative configuration? Okay. Okay. Yes. 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 Mm-hmm. A folder. A folder. Yes. That. Yes, and the file is log event. Yeah, thank you. So the next question is, how would you use CloudWatch logs to automatically notify an operations team when a specific error message appears 10 times in a minute? How would you use CloudWatch log to automatically notify an operations team when a specific error message appears 10 times in a minute? Please, who can answer? You say? Okay. Okay. Yeah. So yes, you are close to it. So the I mentioned SNS, simple notification service. So how it works, application will write a log. The CloudWatch log will collect the logs. Any application that is running, it is writing a log. So what collects it is the CloudWatch log will not collect it. So the log will now be stored in the in the log group. That is a centralized login. So the log group will collect the log. That is where it will store. Then the log insights will be the one to will now analyze the data. You know, it will analyze the data, and metric filter will create a metric. Is that metric now that the CloudWatch, it will have a CloudWatch alarm. Is from the alarm now that we can be able to integrate the SNS, the simple notification service. From the metric, you connect your CloudWatch alarm. From the alarm, you connect your simple notification service that will now send a message to you, or send a message to the operation team that, you know, there is something that is going on the resource or application. So thank you for your time.